Current in our alternator 35 amps. Our alternator is self-limiting by current. Only voltage control we need from these simple mechanical relays. Patrick's Garage. And today we are going to compare these simple relays from Bosch and from Hella. Both of them was made in Germany by Germans in olden days. You know, in our old cars we are using alternators with diodes, not generators, so it's more convenient considering all these traffic jams. There is different voltage regulators, they different in designation, you see more closely, and they intended for different alternators with different currents. Here you see two holes for securing them. You know, they mounted by means of two screws. This relay regulator is connected to the charging circuit by this 3-pole plug. Now let's open them. We are really interested what inside. Here you know was electric tape, yellow electric tape, obviously to protect from intrusion of water inside. This made from metal. This whole thing was opened a lot of times, so now it not so sealed, it was removed. We can't protect it entirely, so penetration of water is inevitable. They coated it with zinc to keep rust in bay, not any debris falling inside, rust, but a little bit rust inside, maybe from inappropriate storage. Arrange that rust on the top. So we must be careful when we open it to prevent damages of porcelain insulator. If it's in good condition, it will work. It doesn't care how old it is. This mechanical system, I think, is a good bet, but different regulators made out and adjusted authentically for each current of alternator. Now I think they deliberately using this electric tape. So if it will mislead, we will know that somebody opened this housing. But we don't want to spoil anything just looking. So we see that this is not fake, which is so common nowadays, and that actually quality part. And the absence of this electric protective tape indirectly can say you that be aware with quality, especially if you're gambling, you like rolling the dice, you buying this in junkyard maybe, and now apparently regarding these contacts we need to clean them. Here you see marked terminals, but we're using plug which match for this, and we connect this relay by wires to the alternator. You know, in modern cars they without wires, they included to the alternator as a complete unit, you know, but I have to say, at least by their functionality, they are the same. This regulator with the same function, and these regulators would work perfectly fine, obviously until they're broke or maybe contacts rusty. To be careful with these porcelain details, I think. I remember I suspect the faults inside, but as turned out later, faults was with diodes. Something nasty was with them. So diode very sensitive, very weakest point in this system. But alternators very good, more better than generators for the car. So mankind can't figure it something more better than these alternators. Essentially, these alternators, they seem like they're using in modern cars, but relays different, yes. Oh, 60 years, maybe more, of using alternators in cars tells us that they good. And here is a hella regulator designation of this regulator, where we can using it, and made in West Germany. So we don't want to waste our money on crap which poorly made. But here is, you see, also protective tape, electric tape, and this is plastic if we compare them. Still more dependable, but plastic will be not rust. Here is emblem Bosch. Plastic will not rust, but it will be easy to damage. Plastic not faded, still sharp looking. Now plastic easily can be broken or faded, pretty common problem in our day cars. These relays available in classic car stores, but I don't know who made them now. So I would stay away from idea to buy something which was made now. Don't want to regret later. Here is all done electronically. There is a small details inside, and a lot of room for them, so you never guess what inside. So that doesn't shock me. Probably you can see the same things in modern ones. I can't pinpoint exactly what is this small details, but I'm sure that I'm never going to messing with this. But obvious for me why they decided to include these parts to their alternator. But in my cars, they are relays connected by wires, and they situated under the fender, front fender. Basically, they are the same in function. And now I'm looking for any signs of rust on the contacts. And we see rust on the contacts, so they made out of steel. They go more cheapest way than we can suspect. So of course, if you clean contacts, you get a little bit more use out of it. And question which looks more better. I know it's hard to believe, but some people don't like old type relays. In my cars, only old type relays, and they work perfectly. These old ones, they're rock solid. Why they're doing the same size as covers? This is conundrum for me. And the answer leaves much to be desired, as always. These relays are really well designed and made in Germany by Germans. And now available a lot of interesting information about these relays, about these alternators. Diodes, very weakest point on this system. So you know, any electric welding can be deadly dangerous for our diodes. So our current is rectified by positive and negative diodes, and by magnetizing diodes little bit. On the magnetizing diodes to the voltage regulator and to the field winding. This cycle is repeated until the regulating voltage has been reached. at which point the lower contacts on the voltage control open, and field current must pass a control resistance if the voltage rises in spite of this. The armature of the voltage coil is pulled further down so that the upper contacts close, whereby the field winding is earthed at both ends, this causing the voltage drop rapidly. The cycle is repeated continuously so that voltage is maintained constant. When we shut up the engine and start it again, here on this scheme you see when the ignition switched on, current flows through the warning lamp to the terminal D in the voltage regulator, then to the field winding and to the earth. But then, just only we start rotating the engine, alternating current is formed on the stator. So, since that, our voltage regulator in constant working process.